As we think about the agency-client relationship in 2019, I think it's important to acknowledge that the nature of that relationship now is one of skepticism, particularly for those of us in the digital and social marketing space. So I think as we approach 2019, as we think about how do we break those barriers down, we have to do two things. We have to work with our client partners differently, and we have to make sure that we're really showcasing how we can trace the value of their investment. So if I go back to how we work with our clients differently, I think it's about transparency. I think it's about partnership rather than prescribing campaigns and programs. There's a way to do that, and at Emory what we're doing is practicing design thinking processes. And so that's about ideating and empathizing and designing for and with our clients and for and with our patients. And the more we're able to bring our client partners into the process of how we create programs, I think the more we're going to be able to mitigate that skepticism and make champions of our client partners. When it comes to tracing the value of their investment, I think historically social and digital marketing programs have been on the outside of built-in mechanisms for measuring KPIs. And so the more we're able to work with our client partners to establish at the front end what those KPIs are and how social and digital marketing programs can fit into that KPI ecosystem, the better off we're going to be. So there's a lot of scrutiny right now in digital marketing, and frankly I think that's warranted. I think patients and consumers have a right to know who's targeting them, how their data is being used, why they're being served up certain ads. You know, healthcare is very personal, and so I can't imagine that patients will take lightly their participation in social and digital programs. And that's why it's so important for us to make sure that the programs we're developing are experiential and that we're demonstrating value from the first moment we engage those patients all the way through the ecosystem of where we're trying to drive them to, whether that's to an experience, a community, an action that we'd like them to take. Whatever it is, it has to feel like a custom experience that's meant for patients, not just for any consumer. My dream for healthcare in 2019 is that there's broader recognition of the value that pharma marketers are bringing to the patient ecosystem. You know, right now there's a lot of focus on pricing transparency, and rightfully so. I think folks need to know why drugs cost as much as they do, and I think we need to take a hard look at how that pricing comes to market. But more importantly, and what I'm hopeful for in 2019, is that the passion of the folks who are working in pharmaceutical marketing comes out and is apparent. You know, across all the therapeutic categories in which we work, whether it's diabetes or oncology or women's health and respiratory. I am always amazed at the passion that my clients bring to their jobs every single day. They're focused on solving problems in healthcare. They're focused on bringing life-saving and life-altering drugs to the patients that rely on them for that. So when I think about my hopes for 2019, it's that in addition to focusing on pricing, we're also looking at what's going on behind the scenes, what's driving pharma marketers to look for and seek treatments for their patients, to develop social and digital marketing programs that they know are going to help change people's lives for the better and help them live a healthier life.